If Super Mario 64 had started development in 1991 and concluded in December 1995, this adjusted timeline would have shifted the game's creation process significantly. Here's how it might have impacted its development and features. 1991 to 1992, initial concept phase technological ambitions. By 1991, the Nintendo team would have faced more limitations in 3D graphics, as the industry was still in the early stages of experimenting with polygonal visuals. Inspiration from previous games like Star Fox, which released in 1993 and helped pioneer 3D graphics on the SNES with the Super FX chip, would not yet exist, pushing Nintendo's early work to rely more on theoretical concepts rather than concrete 3D examples. 1993 to 1994, early development and hardware decisions for 3D gameplay. With a year of research behind them, Nintendo might have begun testing 3D gameplay mechanics, especially focusing on Mario's movement in a 3D environment. Prototyping on limited hardware. Since the Nintendo 64 hardware wasn't finalized until later, early prototypes might have been tested on Silicon Graphics workstations. Nintendo could have created a more refined prototype than it did in reality, due to the extra time. Incorporation of ideas from other games, as games like Virtua Fighter, 1993, and Doom, 1993, entered the market, the team could draw inspiration from these pioneering 3D titles, incorporating smoother animations and perspective shifts into Mario's movements. 1994 to 1995, core development and level design. Further refinement of controls and camera. An extra year in this phase could allow for greater refinement of Mario's movement mechanics and revolutionary analog stick control. The camera system, which set a new standard, could be improved with more options for players to customize or adjust it. Expanded level complexity. Additional time might have allowed Nintendo to design more levels or include additional gameplay modes. Levels could be even more intricate and varied, with a greater emphasis on exploration. Graphics enhancement. Nintendo would be able to push the Nintendo 64's graphics capabilities further. We might see improved textures, lighting, and even slight atmospheric effects, like fog or more varied environmental themes. Late 1995, finalization and polishing. Playtesting and polishing. With development concluding in December 1995, Nintendo would have several extra months for rigorous playtesting, addressing minor bugs, or polishing level design details. This could lead to even smoother gameplay and a more balanced difficulty curve. Marketing and hype building. Nintendo could have used this time to build greater anticipation for the Nintendo 64 and Super Mario 64, focusing on the leap in technology and gameplay innovation. Potential impact on the industry. Greater influence on 3D platformers. A release following more time and development could further cement Super Mario 64's place as an even more influential title in shaping 3D platformers. Nintendo 64's launch library. If Super Mario 64 were delayed to 1996, it would still launch as a flagship title for the Nintendo 64, but with even more refinement and polish, potentially surpassing its already revolutionary impact on 3D gaming. 4.